What's up guys, and welcome to Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena of Valor content. In one of my recent videos in the format Your Gameplay, My Review, I've shown Bright played by Zoro in the jungle, and it just happened that I realized that I haven't had any Bright game beside the one when he was released, and the game looked so much fun that I played Bright as well. So here is my Bright video in English. And yeah, first of all, I want to show you my build. In terms of equipment, I went with something which I think is the most common AD carry variant that we've got today in the game. It is based on Scorching Wind and Blitz Blade, and you're going to fill it up with Rank Breaker and the Clave Sancti. We've got the Guild Greaves here for some crowd control resistance, as well as the Blade of Eternity. It just looked like it went really well with when Zoro was playing the game, so I kind of copied that. Arcana wise, I've taken something that has been suggested because I've switched my critical chances rules so that they fit to Necroth. Therefore I went with something like this. We've got 10 times Atrocity, we've got 10 times Assassinate, you can take that and use it for Guerrilla as well. And I've taken Skewer for this build. I would advise you guys to take Guerrilla over Assassinate because you get more attack speed, which is fairly better than the normal attack damage that you get by using this, and we are going to complement that with Skewer for the armor pierce and the really nice normal attack increase that you get with this. Enchantment wise, I've taken the kind of stable-ish endless cycle thing. I think that works quite well with the enhanced restore as well as the gunslinger, and to maximize our damage I've taken Axe of Sacrifice and the blessing for the 16% crit chance from equipment buff. This is the build, and the game is going to be quite interesting because at first it looked rather bad, and what I mean with rather bad is something that I'm going to show you right now, so be prepared for some tensionous gameplay. So one little thing that I would like to ask you: don't judge a book by its cover, so don't skip the game or don't end the video after the first couple of minutes because you think, oh my god, what's going on? This is terrible. Stay tuned, watch the full video and be surprised how good this champion is right now. To give you some information about the background, as I said, there is one game uploaded to this channel, which means I think I've played under 5 games with Bright so far, so of course I'm not a super Bright performer, and you will see this, especially at the beginning of the video, so don't be too harsh about this. I've tried my very best, and I think in the end I'm completely fine with how it turned out, but the first minutes of the game went actually quite terrible, and this is going to be the start. So I saw that Scud was under attack and I thought I would go to help him, but I didn't really see that he was already withdrawing and that there were 4 enemies playing against him, and I can tell by the emote that he was just thrown at me. He was surprised and not really happy about the outcome, and I wasn't either, so terrible start at 1 minute in the game. I've got completely knocked out by 4 enemies, and this was a really bad mistake. Like, as a jungler you should never ever be so offensive, especially if there are a lot of enemies against you, and especially of course not in the first couple of minutes when the game has just started and you are about to get fed. You need the farm, you need to go into the jungle, and the first minutes are basically the most important ones because you want to get levels, you want to gain experience, and of course you need some gold to shine, and none of that has happened so far when I was starting the game. Instead I just went in, completely turned my brain out, and yeah, you saw the result. It was terrible. So what I was trying to do is I wanted to go in and get some farm. Unfortunately the enemy has already been on the Abyssal Dragon and they were able to take it without any contestancy. Of course I wasn't there, and even if I think I would not have gone in and risked my life again for this for this chance to get it. So I'm trying a little bit how the abilities work. I thought that there was some kind of, not really a dash, but a blink when you are activating your first ability. After this match I read how it's gonna work, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to when I was playing in the game. I might have to use some of the hero trial first, and well, I was completely thinking about using my ult here, and I thought that Thane would have been a target that I could take down, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to again. So we are sitting at a really bad 0-4. I was killed again, so 2 of those deaths are on my account, and I was just hoping that things would turn into the better, because this looks horrible. We are, and now we've got a really bad situation. We have Omen against us, and he's just pinning me with his ult. I can't do anything against it, and I just decided to use the endless cycle here to get back straight into the game and try to help my team out at the bottom. And I was just waiting for someone to flame me. Fortunately it didn't happen, but I was just like, okay, this is super bad. Now I'm dazed and I'm dead again. Oh my goodness. So 4 kills in 4 minutes played. So I was killed every single minute at least once in the game, and this was the moment where I thought, okay, the flaming is going to start. This is a really bad performance from my side. My team is completely lacking support from the jungler, which is basically my role. I'm there to support them. I should help them, and instead of that, I'm basically using most of the time to be restored and get back into the game. I don't have any items so far. I've got the boots, I've got the first upgrade, but the good thing is that they have Enzo, and Enzo is by far, in my opinion, one of the worst junglers at the moment. So if your team is not getting ahead, you will have a really hard time to make Enzo work, and I think this was really helpful in this game. As you're going to see later on, that he will be quite underleveled. Comparing him with my teammates, comparing him with the level that I'm going to occupy later. And as I said, like the bad stuff is just about to continue. So 8 kills already for the enemy team without any resistance so far from my side or my team side. Now they've spotted me and they are again pressing towards our tower, and now we have 9 kills on our account already. So I decided to just go in and basically waste everything, and now I came into ult state, and the good thing is if you can kill the incoming target, like the damage from the incoming target, you are able to kind of withstand the damage that was dealt. And I don't know how it happened, but I just got a triple kill out of that, and I was so relieved in this scenario, or in this situation, that I did not int at all. Instead of that, I just managed to get my team at least a little bit back into the game, and now we can just start to farm in the way that it was meant. We can start to build some items to increase our attack speed, to really make Bright shine, because that's what he is all about. He is going to be so powerful when you can get those early items, and he will become a really strong contestant in the jungle. He's got good mobility, he's got a good clearing speed then later on, and of course his ultimate is just out of this world. Like, to neglect any kind of damage for the first 3 seconds and try to kill the target that dealt the damage to you without any sort of retaliation is just a really strong feat. So I saw that my team was about to fight, so I just told myself I'm not going to take jungle at all, and now we are back on track. And I decided to leave Omen here because I just saw that he's not going to be of any harm because he was so low. So I started in, get another double kill, and I turned the tide of the battle completely. A triple kill here. So I managed to get from a 0-4 into a 6-4 just because this champion is so strong. And as I said, because we started to gather some items, we can really put out some damage, which is really important because you want to kill those targets that have inflicted damage upon you in order to make your ult work. So you should always kind of focus on the target that dealt the most damage, which is the most dangerous one, kill it, and then head back to the next target, and vice versa, and so on and so on, not vice versa. But of course my fingers were quite sweaty when I was playing this game, because I just thought, okay, we need to make this work. Like I was performing so bad in the first couple of minutes that I really need to get back into the game. We are still not on the winning side, as you can still, it's still 10 versus 14, so we really need to go in there, and I just didn't use my ult. It's really bad if you play against Vera as we did in this game, because she's basically just denying you to use your ult. So I should have used it a little bit earlier before I went into the fray. But for me, as a super unexperienced Bright player, it's a little bit difficult to tell when is the best moment to activate your ult. I didn't figure it out yet, so of course it needs some more practice to really get to the point where you know when to use ult, or when you know that ult is not something that you should use, or the best timing. But I think that's normal. Like if you play a character just for the first couple of times, you will need some practice to just really get to the limitations of those skills and to know what you can do with them. So fortunately Vera did not use her stun kiss thing skill here, because otherwise that would have meant that eventually Thane would have been able to roam right into me, push me away, and then I would be hard stuck in CC. But as you can see, as I said, this Enzo is really underfarmed. I don't even know if he was playing the game all the time or if he was AFK or something like that, because that was just crazy. Like I'm 4 levels ahead. I didn't see that point, but as I said, I don't really rate Enzo as a really strong jungler at the moment. I just think there are way better options to choose from if you really want to get into a really superb jungle position. So as I said, clearing speed with the Blitz Blade and the items is becoming really good after a couple of minutes, 10 minutes played so far, and luckily my team has gone back into the game as well, so it's not only me but my team, and now we can start to fight them a little bit here, fight them a little bit there. And of course I didn't make it. It was just basically for getting the tower and occupying them a little bit, giving them something to think about. And as you see, we have managed to get the tower and my team is still alive, which is a really important thing. Keep that in mind for later on, because this is going to be something crucial. So I said to my team, let's just push the mid tower. It takes a little bit of time because I was still on the German keyboard. I should switch the keyboard to English before I play the game, because it just makes communication a hell lot easier. I mean, I could have used the like this one of this tactical let's push mid, but I just realized that most of the people are not actually listening to it. I don't even know if people know how to use these things. So we are on the turning point, I suppose. So here we go, dum. Back into them, and now we do get Omen here, and yep, we will get him, and there we go. 9 kills already. There's a minion wave behind us. We can switch easily to range mode, so the only thing that we need to do right now is to take the damage into the core, and both Scott and I are doing it, and this is a win. And I'm kind of curious, how, or did you guys think that this would be a victory, or did you think that this would be like the total defeat after the first couple of minutes? Like, what was your guess? Did you bet that I'm going to change the battle outcome, or did you just think, okay, this is some infest and he's just about to show us something stupid, just something funny, something for entertaining purposes, or did you expect that outcome? 963 here, 8.5. You guys have seen the build, and we were able to deal 25.8% of the total damage, and we were tanking second most damage with the Superman. So this was the game. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Bright is a really fun character to play. I need to play him more often. That's something that I realized after playing this game, and well, see you around. Bye bye.